In this tutorial, we want to learn how to use the extensions motion in Inkscape, and I'll also try to use it to design something like this or something similar. I'm using Inkscape 1.0. So we start by going to extensions, and then we go to render, and then we go to triangle, and then for the side A, give it 100, side B 100, side C 100, and the angle A 45 degrees, angle B 90, and angle C 45. And the mode you need to choose is from side C and angle A and B. Let's do a live preview. We get this, and then we do apply. Then we close this. Now I would select this, and let's go to object, fill and stroke for this to come up, and then let's go and give it, whilst this is fill, you give it some kind of fill, and then we go to stroke, and then we remove the stroke. Now we go for our circle tool, and then we go to shift control, and then we draw a perfect circle. We try to draw a perfect circle. Something like this is okay. Let's give it a different color, and then we move it onto here, something like somewhere there. And then with the select the circle, go to shift and select the triangle, and go to path difference. Now we want to change this to something that looks like 3D. Then that's when we want to learn how to use the motion extension that repeats whatever you give it many times, and it's like a motion, and then you get something like a 3D. So we go to extension, and then we go to generate from path, we go to motion. Now the magnitude will determine the magnitude, or how high or thick your thing is going to be, and the angle will determine the direction where you want it to go. So let's say if you choose 45 degrees, let's look at a preview of it. It will render it something like this. If we are to change the angle, for example, to 90, you will see that, and you enter, it will render it like this. I rendered this using 90. For our example here, let's render it using 45 degrees. Now if you are okay with it, we just go to apply, and then we close this. Now the whole thing is now one thing that is in a group, more or less. If you want to I want to break them up a bit or ungroup them, so it's because it states here I want to ungroup them because I will need these small parts. The inner parts I want to give it some form of gradient so that it looks like in normal life. When you look at something, there will be some shadow or something somewhere and some light somewhere. So let's go here and go to objects, and then we do ungroup. This will ungroup parts, but maybe it won't ungroup everything. I will see to that. First of all, I click here and select this part here, and then let's give it maybe this color here, or we give it, I used blue for the left one, so we can choose maybe a different color to work with just for fun. Let's use this color here. So we give this color here, and I would give, these are joined, so I would want to ungroup, further ungroup to get everything ungrouped. I hope everything is now ungrouped. Now I come here, and since this is this must have a bit of a lighter color, So I'll give this more or less. And this, normally if we are to watch this in real life, this might have a bit of a darker color more than that. You see this thing here, sometimes when you render, this is another piece of something. Let's open this for you to see there's this connection here. So I would want to delete it. It's not, we don't need it actually, so you can press a delete key and remove it. Now also, now that this is open, actually I would maybe go in here and give these things some gradients already. So this one here, I would give it a radial gradient. Oh, it's on the stroke, sorry. I go back. The gradient should be on the fill, please. So we go here and give it a radial gradient. I go for my gradient tool here, and then in here I'll give this maybe this color here. I want the outside to be a bit shiny, so maybe this I'll make it a bit darker, and this one we give it maybe this color here. We'll see when we close it, and then we can decide. Yes, this one, and then this maybe we give it, since it's going to the edges, the less, first of all give it also a radial gradient. And then we change the colors. I'll go for this, and then I would want this to have almost that color I gave for the inside, so we gave it also this color here, more or less, or this, yes. And then this one we make it a bit also lighter a bit. Now I would, this as well, I have to give it some form of gradient, and I would also give it a radial gradient. Let's see. No, I wanted to select this. If it's difficult to select, as I am also having difficulty selecting, we go to Alt, and then I can draw a line on it. That makes it easy to select easily. Now I will give this maybe this color here. Yeah, and then say I will give it a radial gradient as well, and then I go here, and then I think here the ends I make it a bit white, this, and maintain this color. So now I think I'm good with that. I like what's, let's see here, if we put this on, we see some, okay, now let me see. Yeah, I think we see some texture in going in there, so that it identifies itself from the rest of the thing more or less, you know. That's the main thing. That's why I put some gradients there. We can also put some gradients here if the small one, a very small gradient. Then let's try it and see, give it a bit of a radial gradient as well, but not the contrast should make the contrast a bit lighter. We make the inside a bit lighter like this maybe, and the outer one we can make it blend in like that. I think this is okay, something like this is good. So this is how you can design this logo in Inkscape, and most of all, the important thing is for you to learn as well how to use the motion extension in Inkscape. Thank you for watching, and please, if this helped you in any way, give me a like, and please subscribe to my channel to help me. Thank you. Bye.